Hi, you're probably here watching this YouTube video from a YouTuber that's been on hiatus for 4 months for one reason and one reason only, and it's that you want to do a low percent run in Terraria's Calamity mod. Now, a low percent run is a run where you do the bare minimum of something in a video game, whether it be lowest amount of collectibles needed, or lowest in-game time needed, or like lowest bosses beat in Terraria's case. And you want to do that because you thought that sounded cool, but you don't know where to start. Here's where this video comes in. This video is going to cover the Pre Hardmode experience and will be divided into 4 parts. When doing a low percent run in Calamity, you have to keep 4 items in mind: the golden fishing rod, the Reaver Shark, Hellstone, and the guide voodoo doll to actually summon the Wall of Flesh, which is also the only boss that we are going to kill in Pre Hardmode because that is the only one that is required to get us along in game progression. First, we're going to start off with how to get the golden fishing rod. The first thing you want to do in order to obtain a golden fishing rod is you have to go to the sulfurous sea biome, which is located on the same side of the world as your dungeon. Next, you want to lure in 2 trasher enemies, but make sure not to get too close to them because they can easily melt your face off in 1 hit. Afterwards, what you want to do after you've lured them into an advantageous position is you want to start damaging them about equally. Make sure not to kill them both though, because we want to keep one of them alive for a little bit longer than the other one. Kill the first trasher, which will then drop the angler from its jaws if you haven't already woken up the angler. Afterwards, you want to get the second trasher to kill the angler, which will then drop the golden fishing rod, and then you're free to kill the other trasher, which then leads to the next part of the guide. Now, after surviving that jaw-clenching experience, you are now free to go and do the most tedious part of the run by far, which is fishing for the Reaver Shark. Now, in my case, I went to the ocean and used a quality of life NPC to get the highest tier bait because I was not about to sit through 6 hours of fishing footage just to get the moment where I actually caught the Reaver Shark. Just making things easier for me, but just know that it will take a pretty long time if you're unlucky. So just in case, maybe pop on a video essay, pop on another one of my videos, wink wink nudge nudge, and just relax until you get the Reaver Shark. After that, now it is time for you to delve into the comments section of an Instagram reel that features a woman or a person of color that's even remotely popular. Also bring obsidian skin potions so that you are protected from all the burn debuffs and lava. There's really nothing more to say. Mine as much hellstone as possible until you either number 1 die or number 2 your potion runs out. Okay, now it's time for the fun part, which is actually preparing for the Wall of Flesh. Now, on screen will be a bunch of gear recommendations, and I will go over verbally the most important ones that I can think of off the top of my head, starting with the gear. I don't care what class you're playing. I don't care if you want to stick to your class till the very end. If you want to have a good time and not struggle for hours against the Wall of Flesh, craft molten armor because that has the best survivability at this stage of the game with the resources that are available to you. Second off, if you are playing a magic-based class like mage or summoner, make sure to get a demon scythe spell tome to make the fight a lot easier, especially for summoners, because your summons are not going to carry you for the whole fight. And for general arena recommendations, a long ass platform that stands for over 5,000 blocks should do fine, or do an insta bridge from a quality of life mod of your choice, which is the method that I personally use. Now you should be ready to actually fight the boss. Now it's time for the fun part, the actual fight, which is a little difficult because you are so brutally underpowered. One thing that you should know about the fight is that it is mostly a game of patience and a game of waiting. How I tackle this boss is in intermittent phases of attacking, my health getting low, and then retreating so I can regen or get a heal off or whatever it is that I may need. Making sure to build 2 platforms for your arena, so one eye is firing lasers, you can fall to the bottom. And then once it starts firing lasers on the bottom, you can move back onto the top platform in kind of an alternating pattern. Now, eventually you will whittle the boss's health down to a very small amount in which lasers will be spammed and the wall will be moving very fast. You just need to have enough health by the end of the fight to be able to tank that phase. Once that phase is done, congratulations, you just completed low percent pre-hard mode. And hey, that's the entire video. I'm very proud of you for making it to the end. I very much apologize for my 4-month hiatus, which is kind of the big elephant in the room, but I have been working my ass off in real life and also with content because I needed to do something different, and I think you guys will really like it, and I think this is probably my favorite project I've ever done so far. So please keep on the lookout for it. That's all. Goodbye now.